This spice blend can completely change the way your food tastes. In this video, I'm going to show you what Garam Masala actually does, how to use it properly, and also how to make it. All right, so Garam Masala translates as spice mixture. So garam is spices and masala is a mixture. And so any number of spices mixed together could be a garam masala. And every family and chef in India will have their own version. But this is my version. I'm going to go a little bit through these spices with you so you can understand what it adds to the garam masala. First of all, I've got some cumin seeds. Let's go ahead and put these in the pan as I do this. Got some cumin seeds. They add warmth and just an earthy flavor to the spice blend. Then I've got some coriander. Now coriander is it's citrusy. It adds nice citrus flavor to it. Quite nice. Why not add it? Next, I've got cinnamon, and cinnamon has a warming, sweet flavor. So it's going to add some sweetness to the spice blend and also just a bit of warmth. Next up, and I don't know if you can see this or not, but I'm going to try. I got some green cardamoms. But the green, what I've done here is I've taken the seeds out of the green cardamom, and because there's no flavor in the actual pod itself. So I'm going to add those to there as well. Then I've got cloves. Now cloves give it a punch, and you want to use it you don't want to use a lot of it because it'll just quickly overpower the spice blend. So just a little bit of cloves. Then I've got some fennel, and fennel has an anisey flavor, and it also just kind of softens the edges. It's a nice one to put into a garam masala, and I'm going to add that there too. Got some mace. And mace is a little bit weaker. It's part of the, obviously it's what wraps around nutmeg, and so it's a little bit weaker than nutmeg, but it gives it a floral flavor. Then we got some black peppercorns, and the black peppercorns, they're the backbone. They're what gives it a kick, a spicy kick. Not like a chili would, but it just gives it a nice kick. And I'm also going to throw in some of these bay leaves, these Indian bay leaves. They're from the cassia tree. Give it kind of they kind of do the same thing as the cinnamon, but with a slightly different flavor. And what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and toast these. Now, the reason why we're toasting the spices is by toasting them, we're bringing out the oils. We're bringing out their natural flavor, and just really, it's kind of like if you eat a piece of white bread that hasn't been toasted and it tastes different when it's been toasted, right? Well, that's kind of what you're doing here. You're just kind of bringing out the natural oils and giving it a little bit more depth, a little bit better flavor. I'm going to take these all off here now. And this is a very important step because you really want to start smelling the spices, and you don't want to overcook them. I've seen commercials on TV and stuff before where someone's cooking up some spices and starts smoking and all that. You're not looking for that. If your spices are smoking, they're burning. So I'm just going to cook these lightly until they become fragrant and warm to the touch. The one thing I will say is garam masala is not just a spice blend, it's a flavor, it's an aroma. One of the biggest mistakes that people make when they use garam masala is they add it too quickly to the pan. So they add it not at the end when it should be added, but they add it maybe to the oil. And that'll work, but you're gonna be losing a lot of the actual flavor. The whole reason why we're doing this, you're going to lose that. The spices as they cook in the oil, they'll flatten some. You'll lose the aroma. So when you're going to the process and the trouble of making a homemade garam masala, you don't want to lose all that aroma and the flavor. So don't do that. There are other spices you can add to the oil to make the curry taste good, but this is something you want to really have hit at the end. That is really nice and toasty now. It's hot to the touch, not smoking as you can see. And I'm just gonna pour it right back on here to this pan. And we're gonna let these cool for just a little bit. And as, oh gosh, it just hit me in the face already. It's really nice. It's this aroma of all these spices. I know it's gonna really taste amazing when I use it in my different curries. But we're gonna let those cool a little bit, and then I'm going to grind them to a fine powder. And with the spices properly cooled, I'm just gonna go ahead and put these in my spice grinder. You could use a pestle and mortar, that's fine too. A lot of people, especially in India I found, like to have a little bit chunkier spices, so they don't pound them to a fine powder. Over here, you generally find that garam masalas are a very fine powder, so that's how I'm gonna do mine today. But obviously, if you wanted to go to the trouble of pounding them, you could do the same. And we'll just go ahead and do this now. So then, and this is the reason why I wanted to do this video so much, to show you exactly why you want to be making your own garam masala. I've just ground this, and I know what it's going to be like when I pick this up. The aroma is going to be out of this world amazing. It's just going to hit you in the face. I've got a pasanda curry here, which don't have very many spices in them, pasandas, and just warming it up a little bit. But I'm going to give it a try just without the garam masala, and see what it's like. It's nutty, it's coconutty, creamy, quite nice. This now, that just hit me in the face. That is powerful. This is your secret weapon right here. This is what you need to make that taste incredible. I'm just gonna top this up with a little bit of garam masala. And the steam, you can smell it in the steam. This is just it. This is it. All right. Now I'm gonna try it. I'm not even a big fan of pasandas, but that's amazing. If you were in this room right now, you'd smell that aroma, you'd love it. That's a top curry, that. And it's all because of the garam masala. I've got lots of tricks like these for you, recipes that are gonna really improve your cooking. So please be sure to subscribe, hit the notification button, and we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.